Hi, I'm here to tell you how a UK Fintech degree can fast track your career and secure your skilled worker visa. This is the legal way to study, work, and live long term in one of the world's financial capitals. The UK banks and fintech firms are begging for talent like yours. You just need to get the relevant skills via study and then get some work experience to put you in the right sector. My name is Nwokeji from Drum Study Abroad, and today I'm going to show you exactly how ordinary you can leverage on fintech degrees to build a super career abroad. This is your step-by-step blueprint, by the way. Start by defining what fintech means. So fintech is two words joined together, but then they've kind of abbreviated it. So it's financial technology, which is just a combination of money and tech. So fintech companies use technology to make money easier. Things like mobile banking, quick money transfers, or digital payments. And what fintech degrees teaches you is how money systems work, how to build financial apps and tools, and also how to create better ways to pay, save, and invest. In those days, depending on your age, people used to stand in line at the bank to send money around. In some countries you might still have to stand, but that's not the only way that you can actually make transfers. Imagine doing that from your phone in your slippers, which is what we all do. We sit down and we click a few buttons and the money has arrived in somebody else's account. That is fintech. At the moment in Nigeria, we now have Opay, we've got Kuda Bank, we've got even the other banks who use fintech. Everyone uses fintech for money transfers. It just makes money matters much easier. So on a global scale, a good example is something like PayPal, which is like a digital wallet. So instead of people like writing checks, carrying cash, and going to the bank, you just tap your phone, money appears in your account, and whoever sent the money and the receiver as well both get notifications. That is fintech. So degrees, it actually teaches people how to make these digital wallets and to make them work safely. Creates new ways to move money for like small businesses, and also stops bad guys from stealing digital money. So this is how you see a lot of people are now able to do businesses from their homes. I think it's just selling fabrics, people in the market, even using our POS systems, point of sale systems. This is all fintech. So now imagine you learning how to build these systems. That's what you will learn if you choose to study fintech as a degree, or a financial course that has modules that's got fintech in it. So fintech, you're looking for things in finance, fintech, those kind of courses, they're really hot stuff at the moment. Now I just want to brag about some Nigerians who are doing some amazing things globally in fintech. It's someone who owns Flutterwave, Abola, I can't remember his first name. He started as a regular tech guy in Nigeria, built a $3 billion company processing payments for Uber and Microsoft. There's another guy who owns Paystack, Shola Akinlade. Came from humble backgrounds, sold his startup to Stripe for $200 million. He now invests in the next generation of African founders. There's another person called Ridwan Olareye. Sorry if I got the surname wrong. He owns Lemfi, and he saw Africans struggling to send money home and built a solution now worth hundreds of millions. So these aren't lucky exceptions. They are proof of what is possible when you combine the African hustle with education and a global network. So why can't it be you? You watching, this can be you. Not everyone who ventures into everything is going to make it big, but we can only dream. And I do know that this is one area that is being ignored by our people, and I'll talk a little bit more about that later on in the end. Why the UK is your fintech launchpad is that it's got over 500 fintech unicorns and a massive talent shortage. So they've created some visa rules to attract people like yourself. The skilled worker visa and fintech roles are on the shortage list. Also, the graduate visa is also available to students who actually study, no matter what course you study. So as soon as you finish, that time will also allow you to find work experience, work in the sector while you're preparing for your skilled worker visa. I'm going to talk about the 3-step master plan, which is step 1 is to study smart. We recommend a few programs, so MSc in Fintech, something in blockchain technology, MSc finance and investment, and there are a lot of BSc courses as well in Fintech. So if you're an undergraduate, a 16-year-old just finishing your YX or your IGCSEs or your O-levels at secondary school level, this is actually a course that you can and should be considering if you're not sure what to do. Many of the universities will waive IELTS, so depending on which country you are applying from, IELTS will be waived. And as an added advantage, some of our universities would give you an installment payment plan of between 3 to 6 installments, so you don't have to pay everything all up at once. It will actually be shared on how that tuition fee can be paid. Step 2 is the graduate visa, which I would call the UK's golden visa for now. You get 2 years to work anywhere in the UK, build your credit history, gain employer trust for sponsorship, and also gain work experience. So some people actually skip this step. If you're able to get a job as soon as you graduate, then you're not going to need your graduate visa, and that option you just skip and just go straight to the skilled worker visa. So depending on what your position is after graduation, that will determine whether you need the graduate visa. So if you get a job as soon as you graduate, then you're not going to need the graduate visa. If you don't get a job as soon as you graduate, you get 2 years to find a job, 2 years to work, and 2 years to settle yourself into the graduate skilled worker visa. But this is a sector where they are looking for, there is a shortage. It is on the skilled worker list, and why not you? You would qualify. And then finally, step 3 is obviously the skilled worker visa, where the employer sponsors your stay. After 5 years, you can apply for permanent residency and obviously potential options for citizenship, which usually, as at the time of the recording, could happen in about 6 years, depending on your visa status prior to your skilled worker visa. And I'll just shout out a few roles that are hiring in this industry. So there's blockchain developers, they're looking for financial analysts, compliance specialists, fintech project managers, fintech product managers, they're qualitative analysts, and the list of available roles is ongoing. I'll advise you today not to make any of these 3 mistakes. Number 1, waiting until you're ready, because visa rules change all the time. Number 2, choosing random courses. I would advise we pick something that aligns with the shortage occupations list or the skilled worker list. And number 3, don't go it alone. You need to go with an expert, somebody like us. We have, helped a lot of students successfully, advise them on the right career path, and also help them with the admission process, guide them to the right schools with good discounts. Your action plan should start today, and start today with us at Drum Study Abroad. If you're interested, please do WhatsApp us right now on the link below, and then we can review your documents and get your process started immediately. Do follow us on all our social media networks at Drum Study Abroad, and we have daily success stories, visa policy updates. If there's any discount alerts, it will be on our pages. And please save this video and share it to anyone who you think may find this useful. And please follow us on all our platforms at Drum Study Abroad, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Drum Study Abroad. Your future in global fintech starts with one decision, which you should make today and take action right now. See you in the next video.